if I have to give myself an advice when I was young, this will be the best advice I could give to myself. In the beginning, जो भी तुम सीखोगे उसका immediate result तो नहीं है, and it is never gonna happen. So I feel women's lack in terms of emotional intelligence. They are very emotional. And then what I would like to give the inputs about that. How can you also make this same thing happen? Like.
It's a very important topic for me, I think, and to all of the India also, women entrepreneurship. So I just want you to talk about this. What advice you will give to 16-year-old Divya who is struggling to start a business, or she wants to do something on her own?
I think if I have to give the advice to younger women, it is more gonna be like just focus on a skill which you feel that you are good enough for. Go for it. Work on that skill. अगर तुम्हें लगता है that this is something which I am not able to do it, move on to another skill. But do not stop when it comes to, because women stop mostly. They think that कुछ भी कर लेंगे वो, चाहे वो छोटा हो बड़ा हो, it is not gonna be so much effective. Yes, for a certain period of time, कुछ टाइम के लिए in the beginning जो भी तुम सीखोगे उसका immediate result तो नहीं है, and it is never gonna happen. So I think women mostly go through these things in their families and even outside, wherein they need to ensure that they have right kind of connections. अगर घर से you are not getting that kind of environment, तो वो एनवायरमेंट बाहर बिल्ड करो. हैव दोस काइंड ऑफ फ्रेंड्स, दोस काइंड ऑफ पीपल तुमको सही एडवाइस दे सकते हैं, तुम्हें सही इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकते हैं. डिस्कस करो उनके साथ, और जो भी डिस्कस कर रहे हो उसके ऊपर वर्क करो. द मेजर पॉइंट इज वर्क ऑन दैट. I think that's something which I used to follow at that point of time. And if I do some mistakes, I will not blame myself too much. अगर कोई गलती हो भी गई तो that's okay. We are all human beings. गलती हो गई है, कोई बात नहीं, इससे सीख के next पे चले जाएंगे. But more of I feel women's lack in terms of emotional intelligence. They are very emotional and they are built like that. And it is no harm to be emotional, but you need to prioritize where exactly emotions are working, not in the business. If you get your personal life and business, professional life together, you are gonna mess it up for sure. But you have to keep it both balanced and separate. So be emotional, cry about it, but at least come back stronger, understand the situation, and deal with it. Can't run away from it. So I think women needs to more focus on emotional intelligence. If I have to give myself an advice when I was young, this will be the best advice I could give to myself. Be emotionally strong. If I would have been emotionally strong, if I would have worked on my emotional intelligence, I would have been in a different stage right now. अभी जहाँ पे मैं हूँ उससे काफी और better position पे मैं होती, क्योंकि emotions तुम्हारा time बहुत waste करते हैं. तुम बहुत ज्यादा सोचते हो उन चीजों के बारे में जो अभी तक हुई नहीं है. It's just your brain creates it. Suppose even if it is happening in front of you, there is a way of dealing with it. Not everything can be handled by emotions. So my major focus is gonna be, even I am gonna focus on that, wherein जितनी women's मेरे आसपास है, जितनी लड़कियां मेरे आसपास है, I tell them learn, grow in emotional intelligence. The more you know how to handle your emotions, the more you know yourself, the more you have understanding for yourself, you will achieve it. You will be able to do it. The very important thing, I learned this in IIM classes also. There was a class for emotional intelligence, and it was a 2 hours of class, and that's what the professor told us, that most of the women's are wired like they have emotions within them. So I don't think so men's are like function like, they would have emotions, but they know how to control it, they know how to balance it out. Not everyone, but at least a balance of it, people know how to do it. But for women's, it's very tough because of the environment, because of kind of how we are raised, because of the kind of love we put, and the kind of way women's are built is totally different. We can do multitasking, but we also have to understand that while doing multitasking, we don't lose our focus into emotion, because वो सिर्फ टाइम वेस्ट करेगा. उससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's something which I think I'll working around this space, and I'm thinking to take it to the next level wherein I am able to educate women in
Right.
emotional intelligence. Just put it, utna I can put it on, wherein they can learn out. That's my major goal. And if meri wajah se, if some people are getting that kind of strength, saying that okay, if she can do it, if she can handle her emotions, then why not we? So I think that's the major thing which I want to motivate the girls out there. Just be emotionally intelligent, and you can rock it.
I think that EQ is built when we fail every single time and get back from that situation every single time.
Yes, yes. Just deal with it. Don't run away. Deal with it. And
Right.
understand कि रोने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है और ना ही कोई आके कुछ करके जाए. For sure, people can help you. For sure, you can share your things with people, but you can grieve about it. You can do everything about it. But उसकी वजह से गलत decisions मत. गलत decisions तुम्हें ही लॉस में लेके जाएंगे. Even if it is a self growth or it's a personal growth, or let's say it is a professional growth, जो भी है, emotions doesn't go into all of these roads.
एंड एक बहुत बड़ा बहुत स्टूडेंट के साथ एक प्रॉब्लम ये है कॉमन है कि दे स्टक इन लाइक कन्विंसिंग देयर पेरेंट्स कि पेरेंट्स को कन्विंस नहीं कर पाते फॉर टेकिंग अ डिफरेंट करियर ऑप्शन. सो वहाँ पे उनको बहुत सारा कुछ एक्सप्लेन करना होता है चीजें. तो हाउ टू इंश्योर दैट कि फॉर स्पेशली गर्ल्स की बहुत ज्यादा रेस्ट्रिक्शंस होते हैं लाइक you can't do this that बहुत सारी चीजें. So your perspective on how to what is the process of convincing your parents?
Okay, first of all, I think you should convince yourself, not to your parents. ठीक है. पेरेंट्स कन्विंस तब होंगे जब तुम पहले तो कॉन्फिडेंट हो. तुम अपने आप को कन्विंस कर सकते हो. क्या तुम कर सकते हो वो चीज जिसके लिए तुम मुझसे परमिशन मांग रहे हो? वो तुम्हें बाहर भेज देंगे. आजकल दुनिया ऑनलाइन हो रखी है. एंटायर थिंग इज ऑनलाइन. अगर तुम्हें कुछ करना ही है तो पहले इस लैपटॉप का सही इस्तेमाल करो और खुद के दिमाग का, ताकि तुम अपने आप को कन्विंस कर पाओ. जब तुम अपने आप को कन्विंस कर पाओगे, घर बैठे भी तुम पैसे कमा सकते हो, घर बैठे भी तुम स्किल्स लर्न कर सकते हो, घर बैठे आजकल दुनिया में सब चीजें हो रही है. पहले वो करो. लेट योर पेरेंट्स सी दैट हाउ मच कैपेबिलिटीज यू हैव, एंड देन ओनली दे विल बिलीव इन इट. और हो सकता है कि इस चीज में बहुत टाइम लग जाए, दैट दे डू नॉट बिलीव इन यू, बट यू बी कंसिस्टेंट. यू कंटिन्यू डूइंग व्हाट यू हैव टू, and one or the other day they will understand you and they will listen to you, क्योंकि उनके पास कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं रहेगा. You have to fight for yourself. It is not going to be very easy when it's say you go convince people and then you start it. No, first start, convince yourself, be 100% sure कि मैं ये कर सकता हूँ या मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, and then you go in front of your parents, show them results. Looking at results, I don't think so they will not believe. They will believe 100%. If they're seeing their kids grow, why will they deny to anyone? फिर भी लड़कियों में अभी भी है कि इवन इफ दे आर डूइंग अचीविंग थिंग्स, उनको तभी भी ये चीज अप्रोच नहीं मिलता है. नो अप्रूवल्स, nobody is allowed to go out, neither to do anything at home. लड़कियों में ये बहुत ज्यादा है. But I think they have to work on themselves, and they have to fight with their parents in a way wherein it is not more of a fight of them, it is a fight within the problem and parents. So be consistent enough to make them understand कि ये मुझे करना ही है. Give them no choice अगर तुम्हें करना ही है तो. Or if they are still not understanding you, if they're still not listening to you, and you feel your idea is 100% sure shot, और तुम्हें तुम पे कॉन्फिडेंस है, तुम खुद जी लोगे उनके बिना, तो घर घर से निकलो और आगे बढ़ो. यही मैंने भी किया था. आई जस्ट लेफ्ट माई होम. एवरीबडी डिनाइड इट, एवरीबडी सेड नो, एवरीबडी सेड कि ये नहीं हो पाएगा, वो नहीं हो पाएगा. मैं निकल गई, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ा, क्योंकि मुझे पता है ये आज नहीं मानेंगे, ये कल नहीं मानेंगे, इन्हें परसों तो मानना ही पड़ेगा ना. मुझे पता है मेरे में क्या पोटेंशियल है. सो आई कन्विंस्ड माई सेल्फ, आई वॉज कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ कि मैं कर लूंगी. आप बस ट्रस्ट करो. एंड दे, आई थिंक स्टिल देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पॉइंट्स जिसमें मेरे घर वाले आर स्टिल लाइक, मेजरली माई डैड, ही डजंट ट्रस्ट मी इन फ्यू थिंग्स. सो दैट डजंट मीन के he's putting me down, or let's say I am taking it in a harsh way, and he says that okay ye nahi ho payega. It's just they do not know the current world. They do not know कि इस दुनिया में इस जनरेशन में क्या चीजें हैं. उनको पहले समझाओ, एक्नॉलेज करवाओ, उनको बताओ कि दुनिया में ये सब चीजें चल रही हैं. उनको भी नॉलेज दो ताकि वो समझे कि तुम किस डायरेक्शन से आ रहे हो. So this is the major work for anybody. The very first hustle you do is convince yourself, and second, convince your parents. If you're not able to do it, just go out, work on it, and they will believe it. I think that's the best way.
Very right, true. And one more like fundamental thing, like एक है जो हमारी सबकी जिंदगी में है, that is relationships. उसके बिना life is incomplete without relationship. So I just want to talk something about pillars of friendship and what are the fundamentals.
Friendship is something which you need it for your entire life. It's something that you needed when starting from when you were in the school. You have different kind of environment. You have different kind of friends. That was majorly for having fun and bahar jao, masti karo. That was majorly for that. And then as soon as you grow, you go to the next level. That is different friendship you get. You get friends wherein now you are hanging out and you're also bunking classes that you were not doing it when you were in, like, let's say first or second standard. So friendship has stages. You need to understand that different stages you need to change your friends, and not change, but I would say you need to have more different friends at all the stages to ensure that you're growing also at the same point of time. So the friends I have in for my schooling, the friends I have when I was at the time when there was college time, I didn't do college, but I have people from college friends. So even those friends, schooling friends, college friends. Now then it was a corporate friends. I made a lot of people friends in the office. That was different. Now my friends are different. Now it's more of like uh, I join a lot of communities. So in terms of, I have a lot of people who motivate me and help me to become the person I want to be. So the friends thing is you can't work without them. Friendship is very important, and it has played a huge part in my story because I survived because of my friends. If I call somebody now, and from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the city they are, they'll come for me. They'll run and come for me. So that is something which I have trust within. It's more than family. Friends are more than family. So friendship is totally different. But now when it comes to professional level,
Just give me about your industry only. How do you manage them? Like how do you go about approaching them, or maintaining that trust with a customer
okay.
in general?
Okay, so I think when this business was started, my major goal was to make more relationships, to understand and do an R&D and understand what is working out in the market and what is not. So the major people I connected with, it wasn't my, I would say, my customers, but they were people. They were at the end of the day clients for me. So what I made sure was that everybody is heard. Everybody feels good when they are heard, properly understand where they are coming from, what exactly they need, and what is their requirement, and how exactly I could help them. This was my first priority. And then second, understanding, going little into the personal side as well, whether we come into a zone wherein we understand each other by saying, okay, where do you live, let's come and meet. Also, there can be a possibility wherein we speak with them apart from work. And it doesn't has to be all the time work. It's like, how are you doing, how was your day, what kind of things you are into. So building a client relationship means that other person knows and remembers your name tomorrow because you have spoken to them like this, because you have given them that kind of attention. And it doesn't take so much of efforts and time, I believe, to make that kind of relationship with anyone. So if today any customer or any clients come in my Indian things, I I ensure that those customers are actually heard, whether it is a small level customer. Let's say he has a very small order for you, and you don't feel like giving that much of attention to that customer, and you give attention to the person who is giving you more money. It is not like that. Here we are giving attention to each and every person, giving them proper customer service, telling them about, okay, what is their requirement, what needs to be done, what is good for them, and what is bad for them. You have to be transparent with them. It doesn't have to that you're putting out false information and tomorrow it's gonna ruin your company's name and as well as your name. So we become very transparent and we understand what they want and we actually help them. Suppose if they're not even buying, they're just coming and talking to you. They're not buying from you. They're not taking services from you. But still, at the basics, ethics, we speak with them, understand, give them all the information they need. If they're thinking of buying after 6 months also, they'll come back to me. And this has really happened with me. They have come back. There are a lot of people who have come back just because of how I've assisted them, how I've made a relationship with them, how exactly I treated them. This entire thing matters a lot.
True, true, true. And how is My Indian Things is doing currently?
Currently, we are doing great. We are actually expanding to international. We have started shipping to USA and UK. These are the two platforms. So now we are building up, working on the website. We are also building up to expand the team in Bangalore. So very soon we'll be out with an office. So far we were doing it everything remotely, but now it's going to be coming on site. So it's going great. And then the next 5 months are very crucial initially. So let's see, where do you see me after 5 months?
Yeah. So basically, can you just talk about some numbers, some revenues, so that it inspires someone who is starting at a zero level. So.
Okay, I have already mentioned about what is the revenue in BBC podcast as well, and in my other podcast in terms of what is the revenue which I'm generating. Moreover, I would like to give the inputs about that. How can you also make this same thing happen? Like, if anybody is starting from home, if anybody is going through a zone wherein they have a product or they have a services or they have anything, what kind of platforms they can go into and how you can actually make that kind of revenue which I was able to build it with my Indian things. And what did I do exactly to get that thing happen? I focus on organic leads. It comes basically from the platforms like Facebook Marketplace, LinkedIn, and it comes from eBay, it comes from Just Dial, it comes from India Mart. So all of these platforms can actually help you get that number of revenue what My Indian Things is currently making. And it was only possible with two ways. One, never stop the approach and consistently help out to other people, understand what problem they're going through, solve a problem, and they'll stick to you. We are not in My Indian Things. We are not just selling products. We are kind of selling solutions to whatever the problems people are going in terms of designing their space. Why this was started was the same reason that everybody was going to interior designers and paying high amount just to get a wallpaper, just to get a flooring, just to get a nice ambience for their space or balcony. They're paying a lot of amount. So we made it very affordable. We have made it very hassle-free, easy for the customers, wherein they can come, select their designs, get understand what kind of environment they want to put. They get very small help from us, understanding that what can be the walls area, what can be the let's say what all things we have to put before we start the work. And so we help them in all the minimal process. With saying that, we were able to get the solution out of that problem, and because of which I was able to get this revenue. Or else, if my focus would always have been money, then I would have never been able to do it. So if your focus, anybody who wants to do something, if your focus is money, stop it, because you're not gonna get it. It has to be something which is a strong your strong connection with that goal, or probably you want to do that, or else it's not, the revenue number doesn't come in like this.
Right. So basically, the problem identification is most important. कि हम problem solve कर रहे हैं in the most effective way and most fastest way. Yeah. Right.
There is no faster way.
Okay. Right.
It's all journey. It can happen in 5 months. It can happen in 6 months. It can not happen in 2 years. Might it can take 3 years also. But depends what you want to achieve. If you're determined that I want it, then you'll get it. Okay. I think somebody did comment on my reel when I posted a reel saying that friendship is everything in front of money. There was something related to this, and somebody commented on my reel saying that जब पैसे आ जाते हैं तो सब लोग यही कहते हैं कि पैसा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, दोस्त इंपॉर्टेंट है. And I was like, no, it is not like that. I was never behind money. If I did not have these friends around me, where do I get the emotional, mental, and all kind of support? If I don't have friends around me, if I don't have people to like take care of me, I will not be able to generate, let's say, I will not be able to work on any such thing. I will not be able to make that much of money also. So if I'm getting that money, I need my friends to celebrate with. I need my family to celebrate with. I can't do it alone. So I think that's something which I want to add it in when it comes to this question.
Sure. For sure. Yeah, true. So it was a lovely conversation, and I just want to inform you, Divya, that you are mentally strong. You got a very nice attitude. You are humble, and I love talking to you. And also, I just want to this is a request that please do convey my regards to your mom and dad, because thanks to them for giving everything that they give you. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will surely. I think looking at this video also, they would get your words.
And I wish that they live long to witness your success. So I wish for that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate that you are putting your 100% out and you were able to do this and you're able to continue approaching people and doing this hard job. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm gonna put this in front of a lot of students and people. You are an example for them because you've just started, I think, 2 years, right?
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
so that's really amazing. Thank you for getting me here.
Thank you so much, and we'll meet someday. We'll do a meet, and yeah. Sure.
Sure, for sure. I'm traveling for sure.
Sure. Thank you so much, Divya.